Chosen one, lock your focus on my voice. Close the door to the world in your mind. You clicked on this video because the words "cannot wait" triggered a sudden spike of anxiety in your chest. Your logic is asking, am I in trouble? Did I miss something? But listen closely. That anxiety isn't fear. It is your spirit recognizing a truth your mind is trying to hide. You are overstaying your welcome in your pain. They told you that patience is a virtue. But I am here to tell you that as of right now, your patience has become disobedience. You are sitting in a waiting room that God unlocked days ago. You aren't waiting on God. God is waiting on you to realize that the safety you feel in this struggle is actually a trap. The timeline has shifted. The grace for delaying is gone. You aren't being warned. You are being evicted into your destiny. If you are ready to stop waiting and start commanding, I need you to mentally open your hands right now to receive this download. Because what comes next isn't just a message, it is a launch code. You see, most people misinterpret the silence of God. They quote Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, saying, "If it tarries, wait for it." But let me unpack something about that word tarry that your pastor might have missed. In the original Hebrew, there are different words for waiting. One is kava, which means to wait with hope, like a rope twisting together. But in Habakkuk, the context implies a different kind of delay. There is a Hebrew concept called chakah, which means to wait in ambush, like a lion lying in the tall grass, perfectly still, muscles tensed, waiting for the exact millisecond to strike. God is not late. He is not stalling. He has been in chakah. He has been positioning you for an ambush on the enemy. And when he says this cannot wait, he is saying the prey is in the kill zone. The ambush is triggered. If you stay still now, if you keep waiting when the command is strike, you miss the victory entirely. This brings us to the shift that just happened in the spirit. You need to understand the difference between Kronos and Kairos. Kronos is the clock on your wall. It ticks the same for everyone. But Kairos is a divine window of opportunity that opens and closes based on heaven's alignment. You have been wondering why God was silent for the last 3 years, yet suddenly he seems to be rushing you in the last 3 days. It is because the atmosphere has changed. You are no longer on the calendar time. You are on prophetic time. And I need you to stay with me until the very last second of this video, because the protocols I am going to release at the end are not just information. They are the sealing of this Kairos moment. If you leave halfway, you are walking out of the operating room with the wound still open. We are going to cover the root cause of your blockage, the specific tool to fix it, and the prayer that locks it in. Do not scroll away. Your destiny depends on your focus right now. There is a specific reason why you feel late. It is not because you missed the boat. It is because the boat changed into a submarine. I will explain this vehicle shift in a minute, but first, look at Esther. We love to quote, "for such a time as this," but we forget the context of Esther, chapter 4, verse 14. Mordecai didn't say, "Esther, take your time, pray about it, and see how you feel." No. He said, "If you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise from another place, but you and your father's house will perish." That was not a comfort. That was a threat of eviction. He was saying, "The train is leaving, Esther. You are either on it or you are replaced." That is the energy of Kairos. It is not rude. It is urgent. God is saying to you right now, "I love you too much to let you sleep through your coronation." So why are you still stuck? Why do you feel paralyzed? I call this the Elijah syndrome. In 1 Kings chapter 19, Elijah had just called down fire from heaven. He had just defeated the prophets of Baal. He was powerful, but immediately after his greatest victory, he ran into the wilderness and hid in a cave. When God asked him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He had a spiritual excuse. He said, "I have been very zealous for the Lord, but I am the only one left." He sounded holy. He sounded like a victim. But he was hiding. And chosen one, I need to be your surgeon right now. I need to cut deep to heal you. You think the reason you haven't stepped into your calling is because you don't have enough faith. You think you are waiting for more confirmation. But that is the false summit. That is what you tell yourself to feel better. The truth is much darker. You are not lacking faith. You are addicted to the safety of suffering. You know how to survive pain. You have a PhD in survival. You know how to handle being broke. You know how to handle being lonely. You know how to handle being betrayed. That is your comfort zone. But you are terrified of power. You are terrified of things actually going right. Because if it goes right, you have something to lose. If you come out of the cave, you can be seen. And if you can be seen, you can be judged. So you stay in the cave and call it waiting on God. But God is standing at the mouth of the cave saying, "Come out." But here is where we hit the real wall. You might be listening to me and saying, "I want to come out. I am trying to move. But my body won't let me. My mind is foggy. I try to pray and I hear nothing." This is not just a spiritual issue. This is a biological block. This is spiritual neuroscience. You see, your brain operates on frequencies. For the last few years, because of the trauma, the attacks, and the constant survival mode, your brain has been locked in what scientists call the beta state. High beta is stress. It is anxiety. It is that constant static noise in your head when you try to focus on God. You sit down to pray, but your mind is racing with 1,000 thoughts. That is beta. But God's voice, the prophetic flow, the download of ideas, that happens in a different frequency. It happens in the theta state. Theta is the borderline between sleep and awake. It is where deep creativity lives. It is where you hear the whisper of the Holy Spirit. The problem is, you are trying to download a 5D blessing with a 3D stressed-out brain. Your receiver is broken. You are screaming at God, but your phone is on airplane mode. Look at Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Paul says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." In English, renewing sounds like just changing your thoughts. But the Greek word Paul used is anakainosis. Ana means back or again, and kainosis comes from kainos, meaning new in quality. It literally means a renovation, a structural rewiring. It is not just thinking happy thoughts. It is physically altering the neural pathways of your brain to carry the glory of God. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. You cannot pour theta-level revelation into a beta-level brain. The wineskin will burst. That is why you feel so exhausted. That is why you get a headache when you try to strategize for your future. Your biology is fighting your theology. So here is the conflict. You have a mandate from God that says, "Move now." But you have a brain that is wired for stress and is screaming, "Stay safe." You cannot fight biology with just willpower. You have tried that. You promised yourself you would change, and 3 days later you were back in the same loop. You need a lever. You need an unfair advantage. Ancient mystics and monks spent 20 years in caves, meditating for hours every single day, just to lower their brain waves from beta to theta so they could hear God clearly. They dedicated their entire lives to tuning the instrument. But you are a chosen one in the modern world. You have a job, you have a family, you have a destiny to fulfill right now. You do not have 20 years to sit in a cave. But what if you didn't need 20 years? What if there was a way to access that cave frequency, that deep theta state of divine connection, in just 7 minutes a day? What if you could flip a switch and silence the noise, so the voice of God becomes the loudest thing in the room? That is the key I am going to hand you next. Chosen one, what I am about to show you will sound too simple to be true. But remember, the most powerful truths are always the simplest. Jesus used mud to heal blind eyes. God used a stick to part the Red Sea. He uses simple tools to unlock supernatural power. The key to shifting from that stressed-out beta state into the divine theta flow is something I call the neural tuning fork. There is a sound wave technology that I want you to investigate. It is called the genius wave. Think of it as a digital bridge. Backed by research from NASA neuroscientists, this technology utilizes advanced brainwave entrainment to gently guide your brain out of the chaos of survival mode and back into the flow of theta. It reconnects what the world has disconnected. You do not need to sit in a cave for 20 years. You simply put on headphones for 7 minutes a day and let the frequency do the heavy lifting. It clears the static so the signal of God can come through. I am sharing this because I believe we are in a season of stewardship. You steward your money, you steward your time, but are you stewarding your brain frequency? This tool does not replace your prayer life, it amplifies it. It is the plow that breaks up the hard ground so the seed of the word can go deep. If your spirit feels led to explore this tool, to reclaim the genius capacity that is your birthright, I have pinned the details in the comment section below. Do not take my word for it. Investigate it. If it resonates with your spirit, use it as part of your arsenal to retune your receiver. But listen to me closely. Whether you use this tool or deep meditative prayer, the mandate remains the same. You must shift your frequency. Because once you align your frequency, 3 things happen immediately. The first one will shock you, and it brings us to the shadow work we must do right now. When you shift into theta, when you step out of the cave, you start to glow, you become visible, and this terrifies you. You say you want the blessing, you say you want the platform. But deep down, there is a voice whispering, "Who do you think you are?" That voice says, if you succeed, they will attack you. If you show up, they will judge you. You are afraid of the light because the last time you shone, you were targeted. I need you to have a direct conversation with that voice right now. When that fear of being seen rises up, do not rebuke it, reframe it. That fear is not a stop sign, it is a confirmation. The enemy only hides what he cannot destroy. If you were not dangerous, you would not be afraid. The fact that your stomach knots up when you think about walking in your authority is proof that you carry something heavy enough to shake the kingdom of darkness. Stop apologizing for your power. The fear means you are ready. Now, I must warn you, the moment you decide to shift your frequency and step into this Kairos moment, the enemy will launch a counterattack. He will not send a demon with horns. He will send 3 specific distractions in the next 72 hours. You need to write these on the tablet of your heart so you recognize them when they arrive. The first distraction is sudden fatigue. You will wake up tomorrow with a heaviness you cannot explain. You will feel a spiritual anesthesia trying to put you back to sleep. Do not agree with it. It is a lie. The second distraction is relationship drama. People who haven't called you in months will suddenly reach out with an emergency, or someone close to you will pick a fight over nothing. This is a bait. The enemy wants to pull you out of the spirit and into the flesh. The third distraction is digital noise. You will feel a compulsive urge to scroll, to check the news, to numb out on your phone. This is the enemy trying to flood your theta waves with beta chaos. You must adopt the spirit of Nehemiah. In Nehemiah chapter 6 verse 3, he was rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem. His enemies, Sanballat and Tobiah, tried to distract him. They said, "Come down, let us meet in the villages." They wanted to kill his momentum, but Nehemiah didn't argue. He didn't fight. He simply sent a message saying, I am doing a great work, and I cannot come down. Why should the work cease while I leave it and come down to you? That is your mantra for the next 3 days. I cannot come down. I am vibrating too high to argue with you. I am too focused to scroll. I am too busy birthing a destiny to entertain your drama. So here is your battle plan. I am giving you the 72-hour Kairos protocol. This is how you execute the eviction notice on your waiting season. Day 1 is the purge. You cannot tune into the new station while the old radio is blasting static. In the next 24 hours, I want you to delete the apps that drain you. Clean the physical clutter in your room. Silence the notifications. You are preparing the vessel. Day 2 is the tuning. This is where you aggressively retune your mind. Use the Genius Wave tool if you have it, or spend time in absolute silence. Do not ask God for anything. Just listen. Let your brainwaves settle. You are finding the signal. Day 3 is the first strike. You do not wait for the feeling. You move. Send that email. Post that content. Apply for that position. Make the call. You take one concrete action in the physical realm that declares to the universe, I am here. I saw a chosen one just last week who was paralyzed for 6 months. She felt the nudge to start her ministry, but kept waiting for perfect conditions. She applied this protocol. She purged her distractions on Monday. She tuned her frequency on Tuesday. On Wednesday, she launched imperfectly. By Friday, she had the divine connection she had been praying for over the last 2 years. The boat didn't come to her. She built the submarine and went to it. Now, we are going to seal this. This is not a passive prayer. This is an activation ceremony. I want you to shift your posture right now. If you are driving, grip the wheel with authority. If you are lying down, visualize yourself standing up in your spirit, rising to your full height, towering over your circumstances. Place your hand over your heart, in your mind's eye. Feel the rhythm of your life. That is the drumbeat of war. Father, in the name of Yeshua, we enter the Kairos zone. We step out of Kronos and into your timing. I acknowledge every tear they cried in the cave. You saw them when they felt forgotten. You saw them when they thought the promise had died. But you were merely hiding them for this moment. I seal the theta frequency in their mind right now. I bind the spirit of heaviness and the spirit of chaos that tries to keep them in beta stress. I declare that their mind is the mind of Christ. It is clear. It is sharp. It is tuned to the frequency of heaven. I seal the 72-hour protocol. I declare that as they purge, you will purify. As they tune, you will speak. As they strike, you will land the blow. I break every assignment of fatigue, every distraction of relationship drama, and every digital addiction that tries to steal their focus in the next 3 days. I declare that within 72 hours, a door will open. Not a window, but a massive door. A connection will be made. A resource will be released. An idea will drop into their spirit that is worth more than 10 years of labor. Chosen one, God is asking you a question right now. Will you carry what I am giving you? Will you stop hiding and start leading? If your answer is yes, I want you to scream yes in your spirit. Let it echo in the chambers of your soul. Say, yes. Heaven recorded that. The angels are dispatched. The time of waiting is over. The time of occupation has begun. You are commissioned. You are deployed. Go and take your territory.